What's going on, folks? And we're here for an episode of Games Here, and we're going to be talking about the ESRB game ratings. For those that don't know what the ESRB game ratings are, those are those little white blotches at the bottom of physical game boxes that you'll buy that give a rating. So we're going to get into what those are, what they might mean, and why you should probably pay attention to them. So first up, we're going to have a little history lesson. What is the ESRB? The ESRB is the regulatory commission board, call it whatever you want, that rates games based on the content thereof. It's a self-built and self-regulated part of the game industry that was developed mostly because back in 1994 because of games like Mortal Kombat and various other games that really didn't have ratings at the time or what their audiences were for, because the PRMC is, oh my God, these are what the industry came up with. The closest relative to what the ESRB does is kind of the RIAA, MPAA rating system for movies. That is going to be your cross-reference point for what video game ratings are. So with that in mind, we're going to take a look at the ESRB website and kind of break down what these ratings go with and their equivocals as it relates to other things like movies. So first up, we have E. Content is generally suited for all ages, may contain minimal cartoon, fantasy, mild violence, or infrequent use of mild language. Take this as your rated G movies. Your for everyone. Everyone 10 and up, 10 plus. Content is generally suited for ages 10 and up. May contain more cartoon, fantasy, or mild violence, language, and or minimal suggestive themes. Suggestive themes usually involve adult humor in some way, shape, or form, character depictions, etc. This is your rated PG. Teen is your PG-13. Content is generally suitable for ages 13 and up. May contain violence, suggested themes, crude humor, minimal blood, simulated gambling, or infrequent use of strong language. Teen is generically not as stringent on the language portion of, let's say, a PG-13 version. Most games will have a healthy dose of more adult-related content as far as either the story, the subject matter, the gameplay will usually feature that kind of stuff and whatnot. So again, equivocal is a PG-13. Now, again, these are going by the U.S. standards. These are not the PEGI ratings that you can get for like over in other countries. These are strictly just the American ESRB, RIAA, MPAA rating. Look at in comparison. Next up, we have M17 plus. Rated mature games. Content is generally suited for ages 17 and up. May contain intense violence, blood, gore, sexual content, and or strong language. This is your rated R. This is the one where people go, oh my God, why is little Timmy playing, GTA? It's no different than, oh my God, why is little Timmy going and watching a rated R movie? It's something that parents and other people have to take into consideration of what they feel people are able to, let's say, handle. Some people, when they're younger, are more mature when they're younger than some others. It's just that way. Generically, this is the one that gets stuck on a lot. This is the one a lot of the press will usually kind of beat on as far as, violence in video games and blah, blah, blah. Really what it boils down to, though, is these ratings need to be paid attention to. And next up, we have adults only, 18 plus. Contains suitable only for content only suitable for adults 18 and up. May include prolonged scenes of intense violence, graphic sexual content, and or gambling with real currencies. What they mean by the real currency part is microtransactions. But generically, and serious note, they mean like real world gambling. So adult only games are basically your NC-17 or whatever after that rating, or rated X ratings. That's what that is. These are not something you'll typically find on consoles. Most console makers have a rated M max for their games. As far as mature is the highest rating they will go. A lot of adult rated only games will never generically see the light of day by the mainstream gaming press or public. Kind of looked down upon because their content is usually of a very adult nature. And again, these where these ratings and their movie equivalents come in, because it does boil down to, what do you want your kids playing? What do you want you to be playing? These ratings do highly matter, and not enough people pay attention to them. Not enough people actually understand what they mean. So this is just a really quick, like, this is what it means. The rating pending one is, it just hasn't been approved yet. You know, it's no different than the ones you'll see with movies that just don't have a rating. This movie not yet rated. That's all rating pending is. So this is just a quick breakdown of what this content will entail, what it has, what's there. And if you do not know where to find this, go to the ESRB website. The website is esrb.org, and that'll give you the ratings that you are looking for, and a lot more descriptors and a lot more content discoveries in here, like down here, as far as what considerations to take into play when you are potentially buying yourself or little Timmy that video game. This episode of Gamester is brought to you by Bitwarden. One thing we can do to protect ourselves is having a unique password for every online account we have. I've been using Bitwarden for a while now to do just that. And not only helps me keep track of my many passwords I now have, it includes a random password generator, and you can set the length of special characters and so much more. Better yet, it's 100% open source, receives third-party security auditing, and you can get started for free by going to bitwarden.com/DLN. Want some of their premium features like 1 gigabyte of file storage, Vault Health reports, or just to support the project? It starts at only $10 a year. Jump over to bitwarden.com/DLN to get started with your free account now.